What is going on, guys? Expel here, and today I have a short commentary about something that I've been trying to tell you guys for a long time, but every time I go to make a video, something pops up, and I end up having to talk about something else that is like more important that day. So there's not been really any news lately, so I kind of wanted to tell you guys the story of how I somewhat broke my SCUF controller. So last year on my birthday, I ended up getting a SCUF controller, and it was a lot of money. SCUFs are obviously a lot of money. And I take care of my controllers, but I'm also really rough on my controllers at the same time. And when I say that, I mean that when I use my controllers, I really use them. Like, I jump around, I press the buttons. Like, if I get into an intense fight, I push hard on the buttons. And it's not like I really mean to, it just kind of happens that way. So what's wrong with my controller right now is my back two triggers, the L2 and R2, are both messed up. Like, I can push them up and they stick, and I can completely push them out to the point where I have to pop them back in by pushing them up and down. Or, well, that kind of sounded awkward. Up and in, sorry. And then the sticks, the running stick doesn't work. I have to press that multiple times before it actually starts running, and then finally it'll start going. And every now and then it works. Other times it doesn't work. It's very picky on when it works, but basically how this happened was whenever I get upset when I'm playing Call of Duty, I'll squeeze the controller. And usually I just squeeze like the side of the things, but this one time I go to squeeze the controller and I push down all the buttons on the controller. And it's not like I really meant to, it's not like I was thinking about it, I just got really upset and I was in mid-game and I squeezed all the buttons and all I feel is like everything pop. And the running stick, that happens to all of my controllers. It's just wear and tear from using it for so long. But honestly, it's almost been a year since I've had this. Well, okay, it's been 8 months since I've had this SCUF controller. So that's pretty cool and everything. But 8 months, usually you should probably switch out controllers every 6 months. But it costs a lot of money to get another SCUF, and I've not really had the time. And I really need the back paddles for the way that I play now. So the paddles are fine. The paddles are absolutely fine. And then the thing that really killed the triggers was, like I said, whenever I squeezed it. Now, I did squeeze it to the point to where it actually popped completely out. The right one did. The left one is fine. It just kind of doesn't do anything but stick most of the time. But the right one, it popped completely out, fell on the floor, and the spring came out. So whenever I press the right trigger, it still pushes back up a little bit, just naturally, but it's a lot easier to push down than the left one, which I don't really mind, actually. I wish I had trigger stops, to be completely honest, but I don't mind the way it is right now. It's really not that broken, but it's kind of difficult to use. I'm sorry for all the stuttering. It's just at the same time I'm looking at the controller trying to figure out what I'm supposed to do with it when I've absolutely destroyed the poor thing. It looks fine. It looks absolutely dandy. There's nothing really aesthetically wrong with it. Oh, and the right, I don't know how you call this, the casing on the right side, it pops in and out sometimes, and I'll have to get a bobby pin and pop it back up, but that's really not that big of a deal either. But the thing that really bothers me is the run stick, because whenever I go to run and it doesn't run, and I'll end up, like, instead of sliding, I'll just crouch. That's really frustrating. And then whenever I have the controller sitting for a while and I'll pick it up, I'll push back on accident on both of the triggers, and then I'll go to aim down or something and I can't push the button in and I don't want to break it, so I have to push it up and then push it back into the controller. And it's actually quite funny whenever it really happens, because I'll get into like a really great situation before I ever aim down sight in the game. Like, I'll run off a spawn, say it's Combine, and I'll jump over the top and over the kids that are about to snipe across the top lane in Combine, the middle lane in Combine, and I'll jump over and I'll go to shoot them, but I'll press the aim down button and it won't work, and I just start spraying with the right trigger, and it's just not good. But that's pretty much how I broke my SCUF controller. I squeezed the controller a little too hard, and it's it's a pretty funny sight to see whenever I rage. I might end up making a rage montage, but that's going to pretty much do it for the video, guys. Thanks so much for watching. If you did enjoy, don't forget to drop the video a like and subscribe for more awesome content coming out each and every single day, guys. Thanks so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace out.